Alright, so wait, let me pull this up. So as for Mario Kart World, it looks like NASCAR video game style. Well, of course it is. I know why. Yeah, because of the 24. That's because they expanded the field to 24 opponents. Okay, here we go. Found it. So, as for let's try something. So, guys, I just found out. Well, I didn't find out. I just found this out. If you guys saw my reaction on the latest SMG4 episode, once that was over, you know those end screens that show a different bunch of videos. I saw one that caught my eye, and it was something about, well, about SMG4, you know, like lost its humor or something. Yeah, that one. Like, I didn't click on it. I saw what it is, and once I find that out, let's just say it's like nearly 19 minutes, and it is like one of the most infuriating, worst SMG4 critique videos I ever seen since Metalblade. Yeah, and I don't know why people like this video. It's bad. It's like seriously bad. Why? I don't know. Yeah, because it's because people likes negativity. There it is. And yeah, it's a bad video, and yeah, this shit was 30K views last time I checked. Right now it's 36. Yeah, it was bullshit. Yeah, it's Chris. Share the screen. Hold up. I just wanna set this up for a bit. Hold up. Which one is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, it's this one. Yeah, unfortunately, it's almost to 2,000 likes, and this one says how SMG4 lost its iconic humor. I give you the TLDR. It's just a classic SMG4 purist complaining about humor that is like that lost its edginess. You know the edgy humor that says a bunch of slurs, whatever. Yeah. So let's just digest here. It's 19 minutes. Did you post it a comment? Yes, I did. And sadly, my comment here, as you can see, look, there's my comment right here, and it's sadly, well, in the rut, because God forbid I can't, like, because negativity is all they cared about. I like some of the comments here. Okay, I like some of it too. So yeah, if they say they ruined my child, I swear to God. All right, so here we go.
Super Mario Glitchy 4, a show that, practically speaking, needs little to no introduction in the YouTube community. Starting off their channel on May 7th, 2011, with their first video titled SM64 Shorts The Cake Is a Lie, the channel quickly grew in popularity within a few years of constant uploads. However, this is not a documentary on the origins of SMG4, nor is it about my personal experience with the series. And while I would love to have a 5-minute section of this video discussing how I came to adore this show, I'll just say this.
Good one, Falcon.
Without content, I would not be making videos like I do today. In fact, I probably wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. But I digress. This video is about one thing.
Hold up. Do you guys see that? What is don't notice when I watch this video, why is he keep putting up YouTubers like Jaden Animations on the corner over here? I know my cam is covering it, but why does he always does that? makes no sense why he puts a JPEG of Jaden animations here.
One thing only: how SMG4 lost its iconic humor that made it so enjoyable.
Oh dear, it's the typical. It's the typical modern bad, classic good type
During
of deal.
2017 to 2019, the period that I personally would consider peak SMG4, the premise of the show revolved mainly around one character, Mario. Episodes mostly consisted of Mario accidentally getting himself into a wacky adventure, not caring the least about what's important, and generally just being a complete and total retard. Now, this is already an excellent recipe for good humor, but it's the little
not
things
always
that added to the videos that made it.
Listen, I understand with Mario, but not always with Mario equals to good humor. Okay, sometimes with or without Mario, it can. There's also be good humor without him. So, I don't know, but I don't think that's the point of everything needs to be humor with Mario. There's you, the R slur. Yeah, that's the slur. Yeah, unfortunately, this video I watched it contains a lot of slurs. Because that's what he wanted.
Each episode was filled to the brim with meme references, over-the-top violence, general mayhem, profanity, witty dialogue and sound effects, cheap animations and ragdoll physics, and a general sense of stupidity. Now, not every episode was perfect during the peak era, but there was enough quality humor in each episode for anyone to find it entertaining. So,
I mean, people will probably strangle you for the Chungus episode.
Something changed. The plot still had Mario in it, still had wacky adventures, still had some memes, but it's not the same. So, I ask again, what happened? You can tell that this is the part of the video where I start going over controversial topics and opinions that a lot of the modern audience of SMG4 do not agree with. I'm going to
imagine using Red SMG4. Red, I don't think it's ironically using Red SMG4 for hitting you. Well, I think that happened. I saw the Reddit community share this video and they pretty much disagree with that this video happened, but I don't. But I don't think. I mean, Reddit still like complains about SMG4 still, but like you know.
Cover 5 things that I think are the
nothing wrong with Luigi's lesson
change of style this show has received. But before I do that, while I would like to make a joke about how what I say is 100% true and everyone else with another opinion is wrong, I can't.
Okay. First off, this is a flaw right there. You cannot just blurt out that you're 100% right and the rest. And the rest of the people are wrong. That's not even it. That doesn't work that way. I kind of dislike. I really dislike these people. Like literally, like I kind of dislike people making those statements saying I'm 100% right and you're wrong kind of deal. That's just not how it works. That's just not how it works, man. That's not even work. That's just even saying that proudly doesn't make you right, dude. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I know how butthurt this fan base can get over videos like this. Just know that this is coming from a guy who considered himself a fan of SMG4 and started consistently watching him back in 2021 and had to stop watching him in 2023 because he was just no longer entertaining. So this could technically be considered an opinion from a modern fan if you think about it. Anyway,
I don't think
on to the first topic.
I don't think calling you a modern fan works like that. Replacement of their animation style.
It's no surprise that since 2011, the animation style of SMG4 has changed from just straight up Super Mario 64 gameplay with subtitles to the inclusion of Gary's mod, Machinima's, and now to basically just full on 3D animation. Honestly,
they're still using Gmod, and plus, fun fact, 2011, the Gmod is present in that year, but not much, but it uses as a background setting. So I don't know what's the deal there, but I don't know why you say the animation changed in 2017, despite the fact it's still Gmod. You know, that was just an odd placement.
It's awe-inspiring how much modern SMG4 lacks in humorous animation. Gone are the Mario 64 models that we've had since day one, and now the funny ragdoll physics have almost completely disappeared.
And also, listen, and here we go with the blaming Kevin right there, because you can see he put Kevin right there. That really shows signs how much people still going on blaming Kevin in the big 2025, huh? Oh boy, this is just already a red flag. and you know, SMG4 still uses Super Mario 64 models still, but not that much. Only on some segments that fits.
Appeared as well. Why are you hating on SMG4 for improving their animation? That's like hating on a game studio for...
Okay, listen, I don't really agree including, well, something like making mockery towards modern fans like this. I don't think that's the correct way to do it. Okay.
For improving their gameplay. Yes, good point, Timmy. The issue here is that there's a fine line between improving your animations and completely removing the animation style in place of a new one. SMG4 was always cheap Garry's Mod animations and ragdolls and Mario 64 models, not straight up meticulous 3D animation. That's for their glitch.
It's still Gmod, man. I like he says 3D animation, despite the fact that it's still Gmod. Like the animation the clip he puts up is literally Gmod. Everything is Gmod there. I don't know why he says 3D animation, because he saw something different. Like whenever listen, Gmod, here's the thing, Gmod, you are free to do whatever in Gmod. Do not let anybody telling you that Gmod is used only for comedy purposes. It's Gmod. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You still pay for $10, but you could do whatever you want. Huh? I don't know why the internet thinks that Gmod only, like, you could do only Gmod on comedy stuff, okay? You could do anything you want.
Channel, not this one. For an example, take South Park. Sure, they've improved their animation, but it's still cardboard-like cutouts with static movements. Characters hop around. There's no full walking animation. Heads only have 4 directions they can move to: front, left, right, or back.
I mean, South Park changed
their animation has improved, but it's still its original animation style. If I can show someone a scene...
Well, for SMG4, it's still the same. Except for the fact they improved the Gmod animation and movements, you know, with the crew. They, you know, like Shadow, Medic Excalibur, and even Shawkat. But I don't know. Like it's still the same, man. It's still the same.
Scene from 1998 and a scene from one of their latest episodes. My guess is that they would still say it's South Park. It's hard to say the same.
And I still call SMG4 SMG4.
Sure. You have the same characters, but most of the time, the modern animation looks like one of those reanimated scenes you see for TV shows on YouTube. And
comparing that is just an insult of injury right there. It's just that does not make no sense, man. And also, okay, at this point, I'm seriously looking at these stick figures, especially that, it looks starting to piss me off. It's just so distracting.
Timmy, if we're going to use a game as an example, it's like the Zelda series. Gone are the smartly designed temples linear gameplay, and turn for a huge open world, no items, no linearity, and really lackluster temples. Something has changed. It's not the same anymore, and a good chunk of people hate that this is the new direction all future Zelda games will follow. And it's really...
Dude, that is bold of you saying The Legend of Zelda now is bad because they changed the formula. Dude, There's no way you're serious about that. That's okay. That is just weird. A weird take, but okay. Like, dude, this guy just doesn't like the direction of the Legend of Zelda right now. Okay, that is just weird. Hold up, guys. Yeah. Hold up, jeez, Weeze. Yeah,
it's really disappointing that we may never get a new linear 3D Zelda. But I digress. And before I end this topic of animation, I have a question for the viewer. In your eyes, what's funnier? Cheap animations that look purposely stupid with ragdoll physics to boot, or professional level 3D animations that look like something a college student hands
Dude,
in for
stop
their
calling it
final?
Dude, why you had to separate it? 3D animation. Why you had to separate that? It's still Gmod. Plus, I could go with both, even though I still have some issues with the Gmod, especially in the past and right now.
I personally will always go with the former, as seeing models just flop around will never not be funny for me. And given thought, it is actually a more unique animation style than just standard 3D animation. I'm honestly surprised
I don't know
SMG4
what
hasn't just completely switched to Blender at this point. It's
wait a minute. So, if you dislike that direction SMG4 is going, why are you asking him to do Blender? If SMG4 does Blender, then you still complain anyways. So I don't know why you want to. What's the deal there? And I don't think that's not gonna happen. I mean, they use Blender for their show still, but I don't think the main show won't do that. Plus, keep in mind, in Blender you get custom created and you can port your character models to Gmod. Yeah, that's true.
Probably only a matter of time now that I think about it. Yep, they'll focus more on animation, just like they started putting more effort into...
Oh boy, censorship.
Nobody likes censorship. Nobody wants it, nor needs it. Censorship should never exist in the government, businesses, and most importantly, media. Now, what do I mean?
Look, I do agree and understand about censorship, but given the fact of YouTube, that's also the cost. But even for censorship can be used for good, such as just censorship, like censor the stuff that is very risque, you know. I'm not asking for full censorship, but it needs to be a fine line there. But I don't know. But honestly, the censorship in SMG4 is nothing to complain about.
Profanity. Obviously, it must be that I'm saying I detest the steep lack of F-bombs and sex jokes in modern SMG4. Well, perhaps
dude,
so.
Dude, SMG4 still use pingas, man. And here's the thing. I don't think this guy never seen the latest SMG4 episodes. He just... This is what I hate about most of these critiques, essays about SMG4. Most of the time, people don't even watch the series fully. And something just pull out their assets, or something they just pull out from like clips or something they saw from other people, and that's it. And no, SMG4 did not drop the pingus joke. They still doing the pingus joke. Censorship sucks, but there are folks who would do their best to justify keeping it. I mean, they still swear in the show.
It's a bad idea to make a show's humor only swearing and sex jokes. Now, you know exactly what two shows I'd reference for an example.
And there we go with the hell of a boss stuff, or Hazbin Hotel, of course.
Example of this, but I would please like to keep the topic of SMG4 as far away from Vivzy Pop as Antooling. However...
Wait, what? What do you mean? Look.
Well, perhaps so, but again, only to an extent. It's a bad idea to make a show's humor only swearing and sex jokes. Now, you know exactly what two shows I'd reference for an example of this, but I would please like to keep the topic of SMG4 as far away from Vivzy Pop as Antooling. However...
Of course, he's one of those people of freaking the Vivzy Pop hatred. Of course, he's part of that group. Of course. Jesus. Yeah, he put up the image of the glitch X, you know. Yeah.
However, it's not the exclusion of profanity and dark humor from these episodes' scripts, but more of the butchered inclusion of them. I've always been a guy to believe that if somebody wants to say something, that they should say it with no filter. Say what you mean, don't cut yourself short. Don't only say half the points you want to make for an argument because you're afraid of backlash. Use all your arsenal. That's literally what I'm doing with all these points.
That's because it's the product of their time, man. That's the product of the time. Then this guy is stuck. This guy is stuck in the past. Yeah, especially with YouTube's include restriction. You know, there's sometimes like, yeah, I don't think shouting slurs is not even that good anymore, because I mean they could use for jokes, but I don't think it's not that great of idea.
Points in this video. Anyway, to say all that, SMG4, why do you include swear words if you're just gonna bleep them out anyway? Everybody already hates that stupid censorship sound everyone uses. Not to mention, in some of their latest episodes, they even censor written words in the background.
I mean, it's not even the big deal though. Big deal. I mean, they still swear, but with the bleeping, I don't mind. I don't even mind at all.
Humor and swearing just to bleep it all out. That's called being a hypocrite.
And how's that being a hypocrite, dude? How's that being a hypocrite, dude? Just let them censored. How the hell does that work? Like, why are you calling SMG4 a hypocrite for that? That's not how it works.
Nobody likes a hypocrite.
Well, maybe SMG4
I mean, I don't like hypocrites too, but I don't call SMG4 a hypocrite.
SMG4! It has never been kid friendly. And even if your main audience,
I mean, that's true, but it's never kids audience, but the way you sound, it makes it think the show is for kids. Like, and this is what I don't like about people saying SMG4 is for kids now. Because the swearing is censored, it's still not for kids. Hell, I don't know why it was to deal with people saying SMG4 is for kids. Even the show is not even for kids. It's ages 13 and up. It's for teens to adults.
Consists of a bunch of 12-year-olds. The chances are, if they go to school, they've
typical
already heard every
how
bad
original
word, slur, and dirty joke ever made.
Well,
dude, dude, this dude cannot be serious. Okay, that's true. Yeah, it's true that middle schoolers and high schoolers do swear a lot, but I don't think that's the case right there, man. And look at you. You censored this word yourself, man. Yeah, he censored this one, of course. Who's the hypocrite now? Oh my God. This is so bad.
They're just trying not to get demonetized?
Then they're being illogical cowards. I'm sure
calling them illogical cowards because of demonetization it's not that big of a deal. Don't call them that.
Money that they make from SMG4 is only a percentage of that they get from Glitch, their merch stores, conventions, etc. This team made the amazing digital,
and also SMG4 founded Glitch, man. Don't you realize that
masterpiece is on Netflix? You think they have money issues? Literally, end of story. Even if the entire,
because Luke himself still owns the channel, man. SMG4 still owns the channel. He still enjoys making them. I know he's not like really full control of it. He's the director. Don't you get it?
Entire SMG4 channel got demonetized forever by YouTube, they'd be fine. So no, there's no reason to censor the swearing.
There's some videos that got age restricted.
Honestly, if you are gonna censor it anyway, just don't include it to begin with. Just don't. It is and will always be stupid. And
then dude, just let SMG4 put the swearing with the bleeps. It doesn't even matter.
speaking of stupid, Luke, what is up with the...
Oh boy, here comes the misogynistic part. Oh boy, here we go.
You saw that right. I'm attacking that now. I don't care if this gets me a lot of angry comments. I'm not holding myself back. I don't give a crap anymore. Before we start,
You
though,
sure do
I have
your
another
make
question
yourself look
for
like
you.
misogynist,
In a
man.
comedy show, what is the most important trait a character should have? Breasts? No. Uselessness? No. Constant drama and milking of character for the sake of plot? No. Being funny. That's what's the most important. There's no reason to have a character in a comedy show if that character is unfunny. You know what? I'll be a bit more...
This is the good old female characters. Jesus Christ. Women aren't funny in the internet. Dude, the show right now is mostly on story and comedy. And variety of characters, especially female. Yeah. So this part really feels like misogynistic. Oh boy.
Because I actually like Maggie. Good characters need to be funny or fun in a comedy show.
Funny or fun.
If I'm not laughing my ass off due to the humor, I want to be visually entertained and not with watermelon boobs. Kevin. Maggie
oh,
is
here,
the only
blaming
girl I
Kevin
like
again. There it is. Of course, you gotta blame Kevin, man. How original. Should I tell this guy that Luke is the one told Kevin, like, dude, Luke himself asked Kevin to help out because Luke himself said he doesn't write. He sucks at writing.
SMG4. If we're excluding Toadette, who is actually funny, but she doesn't really show
Yeah,
up
Toadette
anymore,
is
so
not that great
and it's
anymore.
not even modern Maggie I like, who's literally just an angry sister for Mario to team up with whenever the writers deem it necessary. My favorite was always the OG Inkling Maggie.
Of course it's always Inkling Maggie fans. Of course it's always Inkling Maggie fans. Inkling Maggie fans only like Maggie because she's Inkling. Because Splatoon is better. The reasons why Luke changed Maggie because he just wanted to stay away from Splatoon stuff. So it's of course it's Inkling Maggie fans. Of
Design
course.
was fun. Her attitude was cool. She could be violent. She was great in action.
That's what
scenes,
mostly
and was
human
overall
Maggie
just
do.
An enjoyable character.
That's
and you
what
could tell she was a great character because she got milked the crap out of in like 3 different arcs. It's mesmerizing how much trauma this one character has in the show alone compared to
does
literally
Inkling Maggie.
everyone else in the cast. It's understandable though. All the other girls suck. Tari is basically Girl Luigi except not funny. Psycho is annoying, always angry, and literally only brings the show down. And don't get
Not
me
really.
started on Melanie. It's not that I just want to strangle the character for being voiced by the Ferget Wolfie-Chew. It's more that
Whoa! What did he just say? Did he just say a slur like that? But furry? Dude, that doesn't make you any better. Holy shit. He literally used a slur. Jeez whiz. Did he just say that? He literally said a slur, but in furry. How? So much from a critique video. This critique video is shit already. And boy, my expectation is low. But holy fuck. Yeah, because he hates the voice actor. Because if you look at the comic section right here, because I found this out. Because with Woofy Chew, look at this. He says this. I just don't like her. Her content is gay. It makes sense. It makes sense that I'm a very edgy guy with every edgy humor, like Filthy Frank Classic I does are more of my content. Dude, I don't think dude, this guy's stuck in the past. It's clear. And imagine calling Woofy Chew's content with a insult like that. Dude, that he's so stuck in the past. That's homophobic right there. Like I did not hear that first time, but once I hear it again, holy shit, did he just said that? But geez whiz, man. Talk about
was
keeping it
so dumb. You want to know how she was created? I'll tell you. Literally, Luke was just minding his own business when Kevin barged into his room and said, "I want a watermelon waifu in SMG4." And Luke said fine. He said fine. Why? And this is...
That does not even happen if you watch the Hobros video, which he did. He did watch the Hobros video about Melanie, but that's not even true. He's just making things up, man.
Isn't made up at all. They say this in a Hobo Bros episode.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm pretty sure it's the one they did on memes of Melanie. Go look for yourself. And it didn't even end there. You'd think after adding an angry anime girl, a Metal Runner mascot, a watermelon slut, and redesigning Maggie like so many times I can't even keep track.
Oh yeah, true, huh? Yeah, how sincere you are. What up?
Like so many times I can't...
Look, she's evolving just backwards because she's not Inkling anymore. Of course you're one of those people because Inkling good, human bad, of course. And why are you dragging Sunset Paradise Maggie in this? Come on. And that's not even redesign. It's just Maggie head with the boots. Yeah, it's bulletproof. Someone's not watching. Of course, it's pretty clear he does not even watch the latest episodes at all. He just something pull out of his ass or watch the clips or moments on YouTube Shorts or Twitter.
Can't even keep track. You'd think after doing all that garbage, they'd have enough female characters for the roster. Well, think again, bucko! Kevin must have been browsing a hot single mom's dating site or something because he had the genius idea to add a wage slave, mother of three, angry single mom cat furry named Karen.
I could tell he's a furry hater, and I'm pretty sure I could see why. And that's not even true at all. And plus, don't now you think you know everything about it. You don't know. It's pretty much the crew's idea for Karen.
Why? Why? Just why? Oh, and yes, you better believe that this character has all sorts of lore and is basically in every SMG4 episode since she's been introduced.
That's not even true at all. Every SMG, this is so infuriating. I hate these people saying this character is in every SMG4 episode, which that is not even true at all. And if we're using Karen saying she's in every SMG4 episode, that's not even true at all. I don't know why they keep saying that. That is just not true. And I'm pretty sure this dude hates Karen because she's furry, because she's a cat, right? How original.
Did they run out of ideas to be funny? None of the characters they have added...
Okay, look. Not every character is supposed to be funny. Maggie on the other hand, when Maggie was introduced, she was introduced as a sane character, okay? She was not meant to be funny. She's more like a breath of fresh air or balance the tone. It's sometimes funny and sometimes calm. Not every of these characters can be funny. Tara can be funny. Not always. Not even Karen can be funny, but not sometimes. And I don't get the argument that every characters need to be funny. But with the current show nowadays, it's all about comedy and story. Okay? Not every character is supposed to be like, be funny or stuff like that. It doesn't have to be 100% funny.
Last 5 years of SMG4 have been remotely funny at all. And, that includes Axel too. Just to say that sometimes it's not always the girls that they add that aren't funny. But
that's because it's not always supposed to be funny. It's not always intentional.
Answer me this. What are your top 5 funniest SMG4 characters? Characters that almost every time they're on screen do something that makes you laugh. I'll go first. Mario, Bob, Swag, Shroomy, and SMG4.
I mean, Shroomy did not appear at all.
You can tell me in the comments if you want, but my guess is that your list will be something like mine and most likely not have a single girl in it.
Well, sometimes it's not always about humor, dude.
You're right, and unfortunately, most times it's not at all. Sadly, most days, it seems like the unwritten rule of modern SMG4 is... Do I really
What is
need
this
to make a
editing? That's
section on
editing
this?
is so crap.
Literally, anybody who's a 4-year-old fan of SMG4 or longer has already completely recognized this. Gone are the episodes of Mario just doing stupid stuff because it's funny. Now there has to be a deeper meaning or lore attachment to every single freaking episode. And you all know this is true because you've all seen it. But sometimes this isn't the case. Sometimes episodes focus solely on lore or character development or story progression. And these can happen consistently for months at a time. And honestly,
it happens every year.
It used to be alright. 10 months out of the year, we would just get our regular stupid Mario videos, and then in June and July, we would have 2 months of some story build-up mixed with the humor leading up to War of the Fat Italians. And you know what? It worked. They gave us some decent story with Watfi, and then it just went back to normal. Nowadays,
that's
it's
what they
the
do.
opposite. If we're lucky, we'll maybe get 5 episodes per year of just Mario doing something stupid that doesn't have any hidden lore or story plot attached to it. And, you know, even when they try to be funny, it doesn't hit as hard anymore, mainly because of the first 3 points already made. It's just bad. It's not the same, nor has it improved. And don't get me started on all the SMG4...
At that... Wait, oh, what? Hey, at that point, just move on and unsubscribe and move on. That's it. I mean, it's fine to have an opinion, but so far, there's some disagreements there, but honestly, making this video is just a mistake.
It's not the same,
because it's the typical modern
and
bad.
Don't get me started on all the SMG4 theorists out there. Oh my goodness, why are there SMG4 theorists? SMG4 was never...
Because it's fun to do, man. Don't you get it? Just let... That's how communities work. That's how communities work. I'm doing theory. I'm surprised this guy did not include me there, which I'm lucky. But dude, that's how communities work. They like to make theories. They enjoy the show, idiot. Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't know why you're making a big deal on the SMG4 theories. I don't know why you had to make a big deal, complain about their existence. Like good God, dude, just let them have fun. You're acting like that meme, no fun zone. Jesus.
Meant to have lore. It was meant to be a funny show on the internet.
Dude, sometimes people can make theories out of in the classic days. They could do that too.
Stop. Anyway,
you cannot tell you cannot even hey with you telling us to stop. You can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot stop people from enjoying the show, man. You just don't.
My point as clear as I can. I'm now going to put on my tinfoil hat and talk about who I think is responsible for all these terrible changes.
Oh, I wonder who that is. I wonder who's the responsible. Cue the drum roll. There you go. The blaming Kevin thing again.
Yes, Kevin. I am 99% convinced that the downfall of this channel's content is tied to Kevin taking a good chunk of the reins in SMG4.
That's not true.
He's responsible for Melanie, Karen, I'm pretty sure, and he may have been responsible for the Maggie redesign.
Why are you trying to make sure Kevin's responsible for Karen? That's not even true. It's the whole crew make the ideas. Kevin is not it's not the only guy. There's SMG4. SMG4 works with Kevin as well. And especially the other editors as well. This is what I literally despise, the whole blaming Kevin thing. This is what I despise the most.
I don't know. Now, I know that Luke still partly writes SMG4, but I just think that
he's a director.
Very interesting that we didn't get any of the girls until we got Kevin working on the show too.
That's not even true. SMG4 included Maggie. That's his idea.
Info on this, like I said, this is just a theory.
Look who's making theories now, idiot. Huh? You could play two SMG4 theories, and now you're making your theory yourself. Who's the hypocrite now?
Theory. I miss Matt Pat. All I know is that Kevin added all these new female characters, and that it would kind of make sense if he was writing all the stories for these characters too. Just
Sure,
trying to
the
put something
typical
out there
fan
to see
service
if anybody
argument.
else has thought about this before. This was going to be a short section anyway, as I didn't have any real proof to show compared to last time. I just feel like he's the guy who's responsible. But, you know,
He's helping
not,
out.
Shame on Luke for letting his show get to this point. It's a pretty big
It's
step
still
down
his
compared to
channel,
other
man.
internet shows
Why
that have
are
been
you
around
treating
for
Luke
longer,
like
like
he's the
SML
bad
or
guy?
Edgeworld. Now,
Oh,
those guys are
that dude! Imagine, repeat. Look. This is what I post.
It's a pretty big step down
in
compared
Bluesky.
to other internet shows that have been around for longer, like SML or Edgeworld. Now, those guys are still quality. However, I don't.
Dude, imagine making that statement right there. That is. Imagine, dude, comparing both SML and Edgeworld, saying they're quality content, despite the fact one of them is actually good and one of them is actually bad. That is SML, dude. Because you know why? Because he said quality on SML. Because SML is still makes edgy content multiple times, racial stereotype jokes multiple times, and characters hate each other 100%. They still do, and that's why he calls it quality. And I'm sorry, that's just painfully laughable right there. I would personally imagine making that statement, that take. I will personally laugh at you so hard, because because this is coming from me. Well, I didn't watch SML nowadays because I don't. I watch some of the clips and they still doing the exact same shit. That is like that's the reasons why we quit. Oh my goodness gracious me.
I don't feel like all hope is lost. Maybe 95% lost, but not all.
So you're fully lost. How that makes sense to you?
Yes. How could they fix SMG4? How could they make SMG4 great again? That is the question. Well, the first thing is to get rid of the first 4.
I know what it is. Basically going back everything what it used to be for it. You know, because classic good, modern bad. That's the big answer he wants. That's the answer.
Issues I brought up. Return the Mario 64 models and ragdoll physics.
There you go.
And stop over animating. It looks weird and the old animation style was 10 times funnier. Either stop censoring profanity and dark jokes or
Sorry, you were asking.
Well, I would prefer the former if you guys.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
Animation style was 10 times funnier. Either stop censoring profanity and dark jokes or.
And also, look, I didn't see this. Look at this.
Animation style was 10 times funnier.
Also, what does he mean by that? What's that say? What? What did he include in there? Also, NGA? Dude, he said the N-word right there. He got rid of the I, so he could say it as the replacement there. And there we go again, using gay as an insult. Yeah, it's right here. It says also N-word. What so cringe AF? When did SMG4 get so gay? That is one edgy edgelord. Jeez. Is this user black? Does he get a pass? I don't think so.
Either stop censoring profanity and dark jokes or don't use them. Well, I would prefer.
Then why you had to bring that picture up? I don't get this.
Profanity and dark jokes or don't use.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Why using that? Someone, I know he credited the artist. Why are you using someone else's artist for this? What does that mean? Does it mean he hates fan artists too? Is that what he meant?
Them. While I would prefer
Oh.
the former, if you guys are so hell-bent on not getting demonetized no matter what, just don't use any of them in the first place.
I mean, we're
Everyone
still
hates
used to it.
obvious censorship. Lose the girls.
Lose the
You
girls.
can keep Maggie and Tari if you're so overly attached to her, but lose Psycho, Melanie, and Karen. Keep them as background characters like you now do with Shroomy and Swag. Unfunny girl characters occasionally showing up.
Swag is, it's not even a background character, but a secondary character. I mean, Shroomy is a background character, but I don't. Saying that lose the girls is just misogynistic.
Is better than them always showing up. Start making videos that are funny. Period.
Look, here's the thing. I don't like people say this. Start making videos that are funny. Period. I don't like it because not every videos can be considered funny. Okay, you don't get that. You don't get those every single time. No. Okay, so just that's really demotivating right there.
Don't worry about lore. Don't worry about plot. If you think of something that would make someone laugh, do it. And
but there's a reason why we have silly episodes. There's a balance to it.
overall, just remember your roots, your origins. People
He still does.
watched you for humor. Your icon.
Right now, people watch SMG4 for story and comedy nowadays, man. It's been like that ever since the inclusion of arcs, you know.
Humor. The jokes and gags that made SMG4 SMG4. People came to see Mario because he was funny, and he.
Yeah, I think this guy is just asking asking SMG4 to keep doing the exact same, and that's another problem. YouTubers always doesn't do exactly the same, because if they continue doing exactly the same, they will get burned out, and it's not fun for them anymore. That's why change exists, mature exists. Luke is maturing. We all saw that. Okay, he doesn't want to do like always the same damn thing. So, yeah, saying like that is just saying you just like lose everything you earned.
Was funny, and the audience loved it. I hate to use this saying when it comes to art, but sadly, it applies to SMG4 a lot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now...
Imagine you use that saying it applies to SMG4, it's not true. Oh boy.
SMG4 is broken.
I mean, SMG4 is not even perfect, okay? It has flaws, yes, but it's not like it's not even that deep, bro. It's like treating the show is like completely lost cause. It's just hilarious.
Into pieces of what it used to be. It's broken, and now I'm not sure if it'll ever be fixed. Do I think SMG4
at that point you just want to forget about it, okay? Just unsubscribe and that's it. Turn back and don't bother coming back.
No. Do I think it's going to get worse? Yes. They'll probably keep adding more female characters. And
I don't know why this is I don't know why people gas this video up. Like, why you had to include that text? Like, why you had to say slurs too on that? I mean, listen, I do understand characters that are underused. I wish there could have been more, but I don't think taking it very seriously, like it's not even worth it.
Move to Blender for better 3D.
Gmod to Blender. Dude, this guy. Okay, so if you want those Gmod ragdoll physics, then why you're telling SMG4 to move to Blender, despite the fact you hate 3D animations, that you go for the Gmod ragdolls? I don't get your point. Like, you dislike SMG4 for the animation movement in Gmod. You prefer the ragdoll physics. Then why are you asking SMG4 to do in Blender? Do the animations in Blender, despite the fact you hate it. I don't get it.
The animation, completely get rid of all rude humor, and eventually get rid of Mario.
Get rid of Mario?
Mario's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Why would they do that?
Fear and money, Timmy.
Fear and money. I don't get why he say fear and money. Dude, they still use Mario, not all the time. Right, which I appreciate the SMG4 crew like use Mario whenever it's necessary for the plot, okay? They can use Mario whatever they want, or some episodes they don't utilize him. Like Mario's not going anywhere. Mario's not going away.
Fear and money. It will happen one day.
No, dude, that is wishful thinking, man. That it will not happen.
It happened with SML, so it'll probably.
I mean, yeah, that's true because Logan himself is not the brightest people on the bunch.
Probably happen with SMG4 too.
I'll
give them maybe 5 years till that happens.
Freaking 5 years, seriously? You giving SMG4 5? You giving him a countdown for that? That is so silly, man.
Don't quote me on that though. It might take longer. It's just sad, you know. They will always be my favorite internet show, but it's so sad to see how bad they've gotten.
Man, imagine taking that seriously. I don't.
SMG4 has lost its iconic humor, but
yeah, that iconic humor is a bunch of slurs here and there.
The state it is today. Let's be happy for the.
I wonder why SMG4 doesn't use that anymore.
Mafia, Mario vs. Sonic prank battle, Mario preschool, Mario's road trip, Mario works at McDonald's, Tubby TV. How could I ever forget these? Thanks for the laughs, SMG4. Thanks for the influence you've given me over the years. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for everything. Thank you.
Sorry I laughed, but okay. just on sub. Boy, this video is shit. It's not because yeah, I may be biased, but this video is bad. It's Metalblade levels of bad. Like imagine making a critique video of SMG4 and then proceed to use slurs, and especially don't deny you use the slur on Melanie's voice actor Wolfie Chu. Don't hide the fact you use a slur on Melanie's voice actor. Yeah, I heard that. I heard what you said. Like this guy is just an edge try hard. That's what he is. The only reason why he thinks the humor is lost is because SMG4 doesn't use slurs anymore, or you know, the N words back in the classic days. Yeah, well, this video is just bad. Like, I mean, it's not like those other awful critique videos, but this one is just something else. Yeah, I'm sorry. Imagine me taking this seriously. Good luck. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is pure. This is just him yapping for nothing. It's just your typical modern bad, classic good type of deal, and it's not even original. But good. At least we tear this video a new one, right? Oh man. Yeah. What a disaster of this video. And I don't know. Let me check again. Hold up. How much is it? Is it now? Hold up. I don't know why it has. I don't know why it has 2,000 likes at all, and the view count is already over at 35. Wait, hold up. 37,000. I don't know why people gas this up. It's bad. Mm. Mm. So I see those coming. Let's be glad Shotcat 734 is the SMG4 successor. How should we tell them that Shotcat works with SMG4 now? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I saw this video popping up after my reaction of the latest SMG4 episode. I noticed that, but I didn't bring it up because I just wanted to save it for other time. But once I watched it, man, that was just the most infuriating video I ever seen. Make a big deal out of nothing. Rose tinted glasses. Yeah, it's just modern bad, classic good type of deal. Typical. I can't be edgy without being pretentious. Look at my SpongeBob edits. These last two videos are like the best this year. Oh yeah. So yeah, so enough of that. Let's just check out some YTP edits right now. So sorry we had to waste a lot of time, like 30 minutes of this video. But yeah, it's just, yeah, this is what I don't like, seeing SMG4 critique videos that are intentionally bad. What is it? Okay, there it goes.